Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Dave TV. How you doing? For the 20th of November, 2012. How y'all doing, everybody? Big news today. Just got the radio ratings in for the third week of November. I mean, you know, it's not really the third week of November, but it's the ratings period that covered when Hurricane Sandy hit toward the end of October there. You know, the ratings firm Arbitron has to put in this holiday month, so they kind of move November up into October, and then December gets moved up into November, and then you have this holiday month that kind of runs from early December to early January, and then you have January. So even though it says third week of November, it's actually the last week-ish of October. That's when Hurricane Sandy hit the area, and everybody's been curious, how are the radio ratings for that? Well, of course, as we all predicted, WTOP is well and away at the top of the ratings heap, okay? I'm looking at the 6+ numbers now, which are the beauty contest numbers, and WTOP comes up with a 10.2 share, and that's up significantly from its 7-ish share earlier in the month. So they jumped way up there. The morning drive in the 6+ numbers had an 11.6 share. Now that's interesting, you know, but it's weird. Here's what's weird, though, during that period, even though TOP had an 11.6 share, which is up 2 points from what they normally have, they still managed to hit only second place in the 6+. Who was in first place? WAMU. WAMU actually took first place in morning drive with a 13.8 share for morning drive during that period that Hurricane Sandy hit. WAMU was second place, though, in the full day numbers. Okay, so that's interesting. TOP, first place in the full day numbers, but second place in mornings, whereas WAMU was second place in the full day numbers and first place in mornings. Now, TOP did have first place in middays, first place in evenings, and first place, so there. And WAMU was second place in those things. But WAMU and TOP really did see a jolt from the hurricane. So people were tuned into that. You know, now the Washington area didn't have the massive power outages that New York and New Jersey had. And so, you know, it didn't, you know, you didn't have quite the super mega bump, I think, that TOP was looking for. But still, a nice little bump for them. And WAMU. Okay, then we look at third place, Hot 99.5, fourth place, HUR, fifth place, WASH, sixth place, MMJ, seventh, tied with KYS, eighth place, DC 101, ninth place, MAL, which is getting a kick from the election, obviously, pre-election stuff, and maybe a little bit from Hurricane Sandy, because they did have some coverage there, tied with WGTS there for ninth, PGC at 11th, Big at 12th. Where am I looking for? I'm looking for WNEW for 15th and RQX going down. TEM is 19th place. JFK is 22nd place. Oh, there they are. WNEW, 24th place in the 6+ numbers. Okay, that's a little bit up from where they normally are. They're they have a 0.7 share and they're up to a 1.1 share. So that's a little bit up for them, but nothing stupendous. Morning drive 24th place, afternoon drive 28th place. You know, and they did a lot of coverage, and I did listen to some of their coverage, and their coverage was good. But they still didn't even bolster them up above 20th place. So that's not good news for poor old WNEW. Let's look at the Money Demo 2554 numbers. Again, TOP solidly, now even betterly in the first place during the Hurricane Sandy coverage. They were first place in mornings, first place in middays, first place in afternoon drive, beating and now AMU actually dropped way down to fourth place in the Money Demo 2554. That basically tells us a lot of WAMU's listeners were older folks, okay? So there. So TOP did even better among the younger folks during the Hurricane Sandy storm coverage. But number 2 station in the Money Demo was Hot 99.5. So people were, a lot of people just weren't tuned into that storm coverage. And again, you got to wonder, because there weren't a lot of power outages in the Washington area. There were some, but there weren't, a tremendous amount like in, I don't think there were as many power outages in this Hurricane Sandy storm as there were back in the derecho in late June. So there. But in the money demo there, so we have TOP at the top, Hot 99.5 second, HUR third. This is in that third week of November, which is actually the last week of October. Go tell that to Arbitron. WAMU fourth, KYS fifth, Fresh 94.7, sixth place. They're really up. They're really cooking. Wash seventh place, MMJ ninth place, PGC 10th, GTS 11th. This is the money demo. Big 12th, Praise 13th, Mix 107.3 14th. LZL 15th, tied with MAL, which again, when you take out the older folks, they don't do as well. But that is up for them a bit with the storm and some probably election coverage there. 17th MZQ, 18th place TEM, 19th place JFK, and so on and so on. Where is WNEW in the Power Money Demo? 22nd place. And that is a rise for them, though. That's a 1.1 share, and that's up about double their normal 0.8 to 0.5 share. So they did see a little bit of a goose them up, but still couldn't even crack 20th place in any of their, okay, it's Saturday, weekends they're 19th place, but all the other rankings are 22nd, 24th, 26th place. So, again, NEW does get a little bit of a boost, but nothing stupendous that you would think a megastorm would bring them. In Baltimore, News Talker WBAL, which had storm coverage, was up to 4th place from, but again, they've been ranked 4th place over the earlier part of October. They did see a little bit of a bump up to a 6-7 share from, say, a 6-1 or a 5-8, but good enough for only 4th place. Music stations 1, 2, and 3 place. Magic 95.9. Q92, 92Q, and POC are the 1, 2, 3 places with BAL 4th place. TOP, incidentally, took 15th place in the Baltimore radio ratings for the 12th plus demo in the third week of November, which is actually the last week of October. How did NEW do? I'm looking. Where are they? WNEW was 24th place in the Baltimore market with a 1.1 share, which is up rather good from an 0.4 share. So they did get a nice bump up, but again, couldn't even get them up into the top 20. So it's going to take more than a superstorm to get WNEW into the top 20 in the Baltimore and the DC markets. Oi, Kavoikia. All right, folks, that's the news. That's all I'll stick to. Just some storm coverage news there. A little bit breaking things down. Oh, you want to look at some other things? Yeah, well, that's about it, right? What am I going to say? We're looking at morning drive. How are the junkies? How's Elliot doing? Elliot's 6th place in the morning drive in the money demo, so he's not doing too bad. Tommy McFly 13th place. Lou and Lori 8th place. What's his name? Pablo Pedro, whatever the guy on the PGC is, 11th place and free. Jack Diamond 9th place in the money demo. Biaggi on LZL 18th place. Brian and Larry 12th place there, 12th place on MAL in the money demo. So that's not too bad for them. Mike and Mike on TEM 21st place. The Junkies 14th place there. So there's some morning drive numbers for you all. Was there anything else I want to talk about? I think that does it. That should do it. That's all. Keep it short today. Under about 9 minutes, right? Thanks for watching Dave TV. What did he say? Peace, love, and soul. I'm trying to do what Don Cornelius did at the end of Soul Train, but I can't remember.